else, let me know. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. How is everyone doing? I am up. It is a very gloomy day in the UK today. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not mad at it because I have lots to do in this house today, so it means that I feel like I'm not missing anything out in the world. I'm going to go upstairs and need to start trimming out my bookcases in my office, and I'm so excited. So I'll take you to the home office in a little minute because I want to show you some of the things that I've got, some of the trim that I'm thinking, because I think it might be a little bit bold on some parts of it, but because the rest of the bookcase is really simple, you know, I'm more of a like traditional bestie over here, so I'm excited to get that done. I'll take you upstairs and I'll show you both the trim pieces. I think I've almost made my mind, and I don't know if it's going to look crazy, so I'm sure it won't. I think it's going to be a trust the process kind of bit today, so I'm going to go upstairs and have a little look at that. I then also have to take some pictures for the website today, so I've got some more. So Andrea's coming round and we're going to style the coffee table, style the little sideboard, style the sofa, take pictures of all the stuff. And I just wanted to thank you so much for all the lovely comments on the few little pieces that I managed to show you last week. You guys, like, honestly, I was lying in bed and I was just on such a high. I was just like, oh my god, like, I was going through all the comments of people saying, oh my god, I want to get hold of the vase, or I love the cushion, or the throws, and I was just like, oh my god, because I won't lie to you, I was out with Andrea the other day and I was like, I'm a little bit scared that nothing will sell. And I don't know if that's me just putting up a little, like, we'll figure this out either way, but then seeing all your comments, I was like, well, maybe people do like this stuff, and hopefully we can. We've got so many ideas that I can't wait to start sharing with you, and the only reason I'm not at the minute is we need to sit down and almost go, is that definitely going to be something? But there's so many things as part of the website and the community. And I think if you guys remember, it was probably when I first announced, but also as part of my channel here, I'm always like, I want it to feel like a community. I don't want it to feel like you come along, you buy something, we ship it to you, and then that's it, the end. And while, yes, that's what happens, but also I want to see your pictures. I want to see what each other thinks of, you know, your pictures. And as part of that community, I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but I was speaking to someone the other day and they'd mentioned about, I'm going to show you, the app is called Discord. It's that little app there on the bottom, the little blue purple one. So basically what this app is it's free, but what we could do is we could have like a styled as or like homebody besties, where you'll have a link that you click into. And what that does is then we'll have different categories in it. So let's say we've got one that's just general stuff, one that's new product drop, one that's like customers sharing your pictures, and we could all go in there and you guys can share pictures, you can chat to one another, you can say, oh my god, I had my cushion delivered today and this is how I've styled it on my sofa, what do you guys think? And we can all help one another and just have a bit more of a community. And honestly, when I was talking about it, I got so excited because I was like, that's exactly what we need, because I want to see your pictures, and while I'll see them on socials if you tag us and stuff, I think just having that little bit of a community, we can then tell you when we're going live, we can talk to you about new products coming in, we'll probably share it in there first, we'll talk about everything. And I was like, this is exactly what I need. So if you are wanting to, by the way, this isn't an ad or nothing, this is just something that I'm excited to do for the business, download the app if you've got obviously a smartphone. And then I was just listening to Taylor Swift Swiftie, and then what I'll do is I'll put a link at the top of the description, and all you have to do is literally go and click on that link and it will take you to our little one, and then you become a member in there, and we'll all just chat amongst one another, because I can't wait to hear and see what yous have all saying, and we'll start putting pictures in there. Andrea and I will be just posting loads of stuff in there daily about products when we're at the office, and we'll show you what we're up to. And then, like I say, we'll let you know over there when we're going live or when anything's coming, and new products and new ideas. And what we can really do in there is listen to your ideas, and you can be telling us, oh my god, we would love it if you could do this, because then we're in that little bubble of community together. And I would really love, if you do join it, for you to share all of your pictures when you get the product. Oh my god, I am manifesting. I know I said this when I first spoke about the business. I am manifesting just seeing it in all your gorgeous homes and seeing you pulling your spaces together and products that we've curated and being able to share with you guys. So I'm super excited. But I do genuinely believe this little app will give it that community feel of homebody besties coming together, talking about style dads, talking to one another, making friends with one another, because you can do that. You can speak to one another in there. It's like we can all just be in this, because something that I've said quite a lot is we are, particularly people who love interiors as much as a lot of us do, speaking to your friends and stuff, sometimes they just don't get it. So we need like-minded people, and that's why I first started social media, because I was like, my friends don't get it. People just don't get as excited as I do. And when I started social media and I started connecting with people who feel the same as me, I was like, this is exactly where I need to be. This is where I should be. And I want to give you guys that feeling without you having to, if you're not into going out and being on social media, this will give you a little bit of that by just being in there, speaking to one another, talking about your accessories, talking about everything that you've got. So like I say, I'll leave the link below. It's almost like you just go into it and it's only me and Andrea and one of our friends that are in there at the minute, but you literally just go in it and then you just literally just go into the channels that are in there. We've not started speaking or anything yet, but then you can just connect with one another, put your pictures in there. You can put pictures in there, so if you think, oh, I've got this space in this corner and I don't know what to put it, you can send a picture into the chat and you can be like, what do you think I should style this like? What should I get for here? Andrea and I can do it, but also you can all help one another. I think you should put this, or I think you should put that. I think, oh my god, like, honestly, the thought of it, just like waking up in the morning and seeing all the besties in there just chatting and helping one another, showing each other love on your pictures, because you can do that if you put a little picture in there of your coffee table or whatever you're doing. Everybody that can then go in and like it and go, oh my god, it's gorgeous, and just give everyone that feeling of love and support. And that's what I really want, from my channel, because that's what I pride myself on, is building a community, not it just being like, I think it probably is really important to me, especially because I live alone as well, and I'm like, I need a community of people around me, because I love having like-minded people and speaking to them, and the fact I get to do that every day makes me happy. So if this little app can give you an even small part of that to just come on, and obviously you don't need your notifications on you can open it when you want, you can just go in and see what's going on and interact if you wish to. So if it's something you're interested in, like I say, just download the app. I'll leave the link to our, and you'll just have to let me know if there's any issues with it, but I think if you just click straight on the link, it'll bring you straight to us, and then we can just approve you to come in to the little page, and hopefully we can get a little community. Even if there's 10 of us or 100 of us in there, we're going to have an absolute blast. So right, I've got loads and loads and loads of stuff to do. I need to get started. I've not even had a coffee yet. I've got up, I've got showered, I've just put a washing in, tidied round a little bit. So Friday, I like to get everything done on a Friday so that I'm not doing it all over the weekend. So I'm going to get cleaning today, get stuff done, but I'm going to go up and spend an hour or two in the office doing the bookcases, because I want to have a look. I have got some of the trim in, so I'm going to dig that out first, see how much I've got, and then I'll talk to you about the 2 trim options that I'm thinking, and then by the time this is up I will have already picked one, but I'll think about what I think my besties would like. So I'm going to go and crack on. So I'm just looking at the trim now. I've got this one here, and I was thinking that to there, because obviously once this is all painted and then I'm going to have the wallpaper on that side, I think that'll look nice. Obviously this will all be filled and caulked. Or do I go for something a bit more dramatic, going round, and that would go round all like the edges. I'm thinking probably the bigger one. And then I was thinking of having some, obviously just normal timber that will cover the fronts of all of these, like that, and then it'll also go across as well, so you know, to make the shelves look more built in. So it would be like that, so it would connect to that part. And that would all run along. I've got a couple of the bigger ones already from the living room and the hallway when I done there. So that's obviously good. Now I just need to work out how many of these I need and how many more of that I'll need, because I've not got anything for there. And bear in mind I need to cover all the fronts. So, and I also want to have a look at getting some skirting board. So I think I'll grab that today as well. So I'm just going to grab a measuring tape, measure up what I need, and then I'm going to nip to the timber yard and grab it. And I'll let you know what I go for. But right now I'm thinking the bigger one. But I'll also have a look at what they've got in to see if anything else might look good. So I have just been to buy all the wood. I got some skirting, I got some more of the trim, and then I got a lot of, I think I got 16 of these 1x2s, and cause I went to a local timber yard, this was literally £60. If I went to a bigger hardware store, it would have been so much more expensive. Always check out your local timber yards, guys. They will always do you deals when you're buying a bit, and like you'll get cut-offs and stuff. So honestly, they were incredible. These came in 16-foot lengths, and they cut them just down for me just so that I could fit them in the car. But yeah, everything here, like I say, and that was including the caulk and also some glue as well. So I'm going to get this upstairs and get started. So I think today I'm going to start by trimming out the outside and then put the bottom part on. I won't put the skirting on, but I'm going to put some wood going along to fill that out, and then I'll start putting in the 1x2 timber to make it look a little bit more built in, and we'll see how much we can get done today. So I'm just going to pop you on a wee time lapse and you can just enjoy me working hard knowing that I'm dancing around, and I'll be blasting music. So this is where I'm up to. So I've framed all out. I know some of the wood's different colours, but it's all getting painted, so that's not a problem. I've trimmed all across, all down. I've made this trim here thicker, if you can see, because the lights are going to be going on that. So I'm going to have some antique brass, like picture lights. And this is the trim. This is what it looks like. It is stunning. I don't think it's coming across as well on camera, but once I've caulked in and made it all filled all the screw holes and all that good stuff, it will look good. I then did it across the bottom as well, and then I'm just going to put some skirting board in front of it, but I won't put the skirting board down until I've done the floor. And now I'm going to trim out all the shelves. My nail gun's not holding on to the thickness of this wood, so I'm just having to use screws, but that's fine. It'll be more secure, I guess, but I'm going to just sit. I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm just literally got some music on and just, and once this is painted all the same colour, it is going to look fabulous. And then I'm going to prime it. And I know I spoke about potentially putting grass cloth at the back. I'm going to paint it first, see how I feel, and then it's probably likely that I will go for some grass cloth, depending on what this back part looks like, but we'll see. I'm going to go and just get stuck in, and a Scotsman cannot do DIY without his iron brew. It is the law here. So these little glasses are stunning. They're just from Amazon. I got the amber ones. I know I've shared them before, but if you're interested in anything, especially at this time of year with loads of ice in the garden or whatever, I'll leave them linked below. But I am just living my best life with Iron Brew, getting this done. Let's go. Right, so I've got all the down fronts on. So next step is to do all the little like cutovers or for the shelf, sorry. But it is already starting to look way more built in, way more custom. And I think it's gonna look absolutely phenomenal. I'm actually really excited. Once them lights are up, literally as I was putting these bits on, sadly they were the smallest bit too short to just have one piece, so I've had to do another little piece, but by the time I fill it, sand it and paint it, it'll be completely fine. But yeah, I am absolutely loving how it's looking. And I think because once the ceiling, obviously it's going to be the same colour all the way down, it's going to feel so custom. Oh my god, I cannot wait for you guys to see it. I can't wait to see it, but I also can't wait to see what you guys think. So I'm going to crack on, like I say, doing the shelves. I've drank all my Iron Brew, we've got none left. I probably shouldn't be putting anything on top of this, but I've just been, it'll be fine once I give it a good wipe down. These have all got rubber on the bottom and I've not put the hammer down, so I should be okay. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. Let me go and crack on. And just like that, all the front bits are on. Obviously it's chaos in here, but it is looking so good. So all the trimming's done. I did make a little bit of error when I was doing my measurements and stuff. So you can see here, this is a little bit further back because I didn't take into consideration that these parts of the bookcase were a little bit further out. However, I have a genius plan to fix this, and it is this little piece of beading, so it just makes it look so finished as well. So it's probably a blessing in disguise that that happened. I already had this in, I've got 3 pieces, so I'm gonna have to wait until Monday or Tuesday to go and get some more, just because the shop's closed now. So, but that is gonna look so good when that's all painted out. So, because I was like, oh, how do I pull them forward to have it all flush? And that would have probably meant doing pocket holes on the back, and by the time I had got to this point. So I'm not bothered about, like, you can see there's a little gap here, but obviously that's going to cover all that anyway, so it'll be perfect. And then I'll just fill and caulk all around. So I'm quite happy with that little mishap. But yeah, it's all trimmed out. It looks so good. It already just feels way more custom. This is the, I think I showed this before when I was getting into it. So this is the trim that I've gone for on the outside. Now I need to go round and fill all the little holes. So I'll be doing that probably this evening, maybe tomorrow morning. Then I'll be caulking and filling all around. Obviously with an old house, the walls are quite wonky. So I feel like I got loads done today. I was so pleased. Like, I've gone for a 2x1, so the timber that I've used. So basically, it's, well, when they say 2x1, it's not actually 2 inches. Weirdly, I thought it would have been, but yeah, pretty much not far off 2 inches and 1 inch depth, which then gives you that vibe of all looking built in. And then once it's all painted the same colour as the ceiling, I'm going to give all the ceiling one last coat once, because you can see the little chip that I got in it when I was putting the top shelf on. But yeah, I'm going to give the ceiling one more coat, and then I'll paint all of this once I've got it all filled, caulked, sanded, and yeah, I think it looks so good. And then I put a bit of trim across the bottom, and then the skirting board you can see there will just run across the bottom, and that'll be put on, like I said before, once the flooring's put down. But I love it. And then these are the brass wall lights that are going to go up there. These were really inexpensive off Amazon. I'll leave these linked below. Like, they're going to go across the top. They are going to be wired in, so I've got all the wiring. There's a wire poking out up at the top. So you could put wireless bulbs in if you really wanted to, but yeah, I just want this all wired in here. So I'll have the lamps up, the lights up there. I've got 5, so I want one for above. I'll probably see how I feel with it, because do we reckon maybe 2, so just 2 bigger ones? Or I don't know. I think probably 5, so that there's one above each row of shelving. You'll have to let me know what you think. But yeah, this basket's been in here. I've moved it around shelves as I've been getting, but it gives you a little bit of a vibe for what it's going to be like. I'm going to have like antique books in here, all our accessories. It's going to be so nice. And I may put like a light at the top of the shelf so that it shines up into the coving and you can see it on the shelving. So I'll have a little thing, because you know I love lighting. Then I'll have 2 lamps on this big sideboard here, and then I've got my Jim Lawrence lights that are going to go on my antique bookcase at this side. And then I'll have my desk here, and then I may actually have some really slim floor lamps maybe at the end as well, just because you know I love light and I think it makes your room look elevated. So that's what I'm thinking. I am absolutely loving it. I feel like that was the chunk. The next bits are probably just going to be quite fiddly with like caulking and filling and stuff, but I'll just put some music on and crack on with that probably tomorrow. Already the battens don't look as bad. They're still there, you can still see them. It doesn't help that I've got no window dressings on, so the sun's just shining in. Once I've got my blinds and stuff up, I'll show you the fabric in a little second that I've picked for in here. But yeah, honestly, for not, I mean, obviously it's a lot of money because of the bookcases, but in general, like the timber cost me £60, and to get this quoted, you would be quoted £15,000 to have built-ins, and obviously that would be a joiner, they would do it a proper good job, I get that. But sometimes just having a little go yourself can save you some money. And I love the fact it feels framed out with the, you know, the, I guess it's dado rail running around the outside, but I love it. Once it's all painted up, and then you'll see the wallpaper, the Ralph Lauren wallpaper that I've picked, once that's all running there. Oh my God, guys, it's going to be phenomenal. I am so excited. I have been so productive today. I hope you're proud of me. I have literally, I'm so sorry if I'm covered in dust. I'm going to go get a shower shortly. I have just finished in the office for today and I am made up. I need to grab a drink, 2 seconds. I have been up there most of the day, and I won't lie, it has made me so happy. Just having a day at home, pottering, doing DIY. I wouldn't exactly call it pottering, to be fair, because I was proper in it and I got loads done. But you know, when you're just listening to music, you're just in a bit of a zone. I'm aching now. I think the amount that I'm climbing up and down ladders is making me ache. But it's all good, getting the steps in, getting it done. But yeah, I've actually had loads of fun, and I thought I would come and show you the curtains that I'm thinking. So these are the curtains that I've got in the living room stroke dining room. Now, I've got my one from my office, it's different to this, but this one here, I think I'm going to change the curtains in my bedroom and in my guest bedroom to these. I love the ones in here so much. I just think they're the perfect neutral. They go with loads of different decor, and I think they will be perfect up there. So I think I'm going to order those. I've got just IKEA ones up there, and I'm thinking actually if I'm going to do nice custom curtains in my bedroom, in my office, I really want to do my bedroom as well. So I think I'm going to do them all at the same time. So get the office, the guest bedroom and my bedroom all done at the same time. So I'll do the guest bedroom and my room in this. I was saying room a lot there. I was very mindful, apologies. But yeah, so this is the stunning material that'll be. And this one's called Chalfont Taupe. And like I say, this is the ones that I've already got here. And it's in my bay as well. And I love it so much. So when I was thinking, I got loads and loads of samples sent. And I was like, I feel like I'm just going to pick a different curtain just to have a different curtain. When in fact, I love these so much. I was like, let's just go with what I love and what I know. And the ones that I've gone for in the office are quite similar. They're a tad different and a bit darker. And it's this one. Because obviously it's green in there, I wanted like a dark colour. I didn't want it to be green. And I was struggling to find the right sort of brown. So this feels like more of a darker taupe. So if you look at this one and then look at that, I don't know if it's going to come across on camera right, but this is darker. So it's still in keeping with that type of style, but definitely more in line with what I want in there. I know I was talking about velvet for quite a while, and I was so close. I mean, I had put all the sizes in, I had did everything ready to push submit, and I sat and stared at it, and I was just like, something's telling me no. I was worried that it wasn't going to be timeless and I was going to get bored in 6, 12 months, whatever it would be, and feel like I wanted to change it. Whereas I think these curtains in here, they'll go with a lot, and I think they're probably more timeless and I won't have to change them out. And I was just worried that if I did velvet, I would end up feeling like I had to change them out. For me, not necessarily for anyone, because I get bored quite quick. So I decided to go for these. So I've just placed my order and they should be here. I think they probably take about 6 weeks, give or take. So I think that will look so nice up against the green. It's got lots of dark brown through it, and I just think I've sat it up against like the green paint. Obviously I'm doing wallpaper in there now as well, so I wanted something, I didn't want anything busy, but I just thought that would be perfect. So this is the one that I've decided. The amount of time that I take to pick curtains, it's ridiculous, but I just feel, especially when you're going custom and you've got really tall ceilings, it's an investment because they're not the cheapest things, but they make a massive difference in my opinion. I could easily get IKEA ones that will go just above the window, but I wanted it higher, I wanted it right up to the ceiling. and that's why I want to change my bedroom as well, because I've just gone IKEA, which I love them. I will always recommend people that have got high ceilings to use IKEA curtains. I think they've got great ones, but I think just because I've got the amazing ones down here, and then I was doing it in my office, I was like, do you know what, I might as well just do all of upstairs then, and do that room and do my bedroom and my guest. So that's what I decided to do, and to tell you I'm excited is a bit of an understatement, because you've seen how excited I got with these. It just elevates the space, and the space that I'm doing my office in, I've never had blinds or curtains in that room since I bought the house. It's obviously just, it was a junk room. Do you remember back to day one when I started doing in there? It is a junk room, or it was a junk room, so I've never ever had put curtains and stuff up, so I feel like that's all just going to change the whole feel of that room. Tomorrow I'm going to go up, I'm going to start filming in the morning again, so you'll see a continuation, because I'm going to get up and I'm going to prime, I'm going to do all the caulking, I'm going to do all the filling, I'm going to get them all ready, and I could probably put my first coat of paint on as well, maybe tomorrow, because I'm just going to have another day at home. I'm not going anywhere, I'm just being at home. So more work to be done up there, and I can't wait. I really, really can't wait. I am going to finish this vlog here. I will pick the camera up and I'll start filming the next one. If you did like it, as always, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, and I will catch you in my next video.